Before I say any comment about it, my question is, what's the rules? And like, are they going to actually try and knock each other out? Because it's going to be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's going to eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was going to fight Anthony Joshua. That seemed
that was actually getting.
That
sounded
the
more
craziest
interesting.
idea I've ever heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that.
What is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we don't punch each other in the jaw.
Yep. Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not
they
very
can get away
interesting
with
to me.
No. Until I find the rule sets, but when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah.
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
Maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
Oh, he's so small.
He's so small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather, because I've seen Floyd in person, and he's tiny. You've seen Floyd in person.
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Well, Floyd likely has shoes on there.
Oh, dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's so small. Wow.
Charles didn't hold back, noting that Jake Paul called everyone out guard by shifting focus to Gervonta instead of Anthony Taylor, whom he assumed was next. He pointed out that while Gervonta Tank Davis is an elite fighter, he lacks the natural charisma and promotional edge needed to push a fight into the mainstream spotlight. Paul, in contrast, has mastered the art of building narratives and selling events, turning himself into both a boxer and a brand. Sonnen argued that this dynamic makes their matchup less about rivalry and more about synergy. Davis provides the undeniable legitimacy inside the ring, while Paul drives the hype machine outside it. Together, that balance is what elevates the fight into a major spectacle.
It is the exact opposite of Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul for 2. So the fight that was being dangled and rumored in front of us, the exact opposite has happened. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is not fighting nobody. The opposite of fighting Anthony Joshua is fighting Tank Davis. Okay. So there's one big glaring issue for me. It's just your partner being Tank Davis. Tank is not the guy that knows how to sell a fight. Tank cannot sell a fight in his own division. It could be a title fight, a contender's fight, a main event fight. He could be the favorite. He could be the underdog. Tank doesn't know how to bring that information to you guys in a way that is compelling. And Tank is already blinking in this situation. You have one guy who is argued amongst the pound for pound current greats in boxing. You have another guy that has suggested he should not even be allowed to box, that he should have to call it something different. He should not be licensed. He should not be ranked in the top 14. He should never be selected for a world title. Okay. Now, Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport.
Some analysts argue that while Gervonta Davis is feared for his knockout power at lightweight and super featherweight, that same threat may not carry over against someone of Jake Paul's size. They suggest Paul's natural weight and bigger frame give him a durability advantage that Davis might struggle to penetrate. In the smaller divisions, Davis's punches overwhelm opponents. But against a larger body fighter, those same shots may lose their impact. Their reasoning is straightforward. Physics matters. Skill can bridge many gaps, but size often serves as a shield. This is why skeptics believe with Davis. Paul matchup leans more toward spectacle than pure sport, as the physical disparity could blunt Davis's biggest weapon.
The Gervonta fight makes no sense to me because yes, Floyd didn't have the punching power Gervonta had, but even if Gervonta lands, I don't see him hurting Jake to the point he knocks him out. So what are we even doing? Where's the idea of this where's the idea that Gervonta is even gonna hurt him? He may hurt him to the body, whatever. Jake doesn't want to throw as much, but I don't see him one punch knocking Jake out. And, the same thing was kind of said with Logan. Like, okay, Floyd probably won't knock him out, but probably going to outbox him. I get where Dana's coming from. These things are not meant to be competitive fights. They're meant to make money and to, I guess, scratch that itch of the circus mystery unknown.
And Gervonta, I think, hits way harder than fucking Floyd, but he's too small. I mean, your brother's going to be able to, get inside on him, put his weight on him, tie him up. But I don't hate your brother. Your brother's out there doing his thing. But it cracks me up that they want to start suing people that are talking shit when your brother talks more shit than anybody talks.
I think the thought process behind it is, okay, so Jake and I are obviously pretty polarizing individuals. And when an echo chamber starts and a rumor mill starts of like staged fight bullshit, which like these fights aren't staged, that's just, it's at that level, it's like almost impossible. I think they think that it affects the business and it affects the brand because people discredit him as actually having legitimate bouts. I think that's the theory. So to hold people accountable for
legitimate
perpetuating
meaning,
the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
Which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career is say, what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one.
Critics contend that Jake Paul's rise in boxing has relied not only on savvy promotion, but also on a perceived disrespect for the sport's traditions. By enticing retired legends back into the ring with massive paydays, they argue he risks cheapening boxing's integrity. Even icons like Mike Tyson have returned after years away, thrilling fans while simultaneously sparking serious safety concerns. The boundary between entertainment and exploitation blurs when aging fighters are drawn into matchups they likely would have avoided in their prime. While the financial reward are undeniable, the danger is that boxing devolves into spectacle over substance, where legacies are gambled and health is jeopardized. Paul embraces this volatility, but many see it as proof he's willing to bend the sport's traditions in pursuit of attention. The situation mirrors a broader truth in combat sports. Once a promotion gains a reputation for being inauthentic, like accusations of fixed fights, its leaders must fight just as hard to prove legitimacy again.
Perpetuating the rumor.
Legitimate meaning not fixed.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And
which is, I mean, again, Dana would do the same thing if his company became known for doing fixed fights when they weren't. Then he would try to find the same way to hold people accountable if they were reputable people saying that, right? So the whole Jake suing people for blatantly trying to say he fixes fights or he stages fights or people have no knockout clauses and all the other bullshit, I understand. Now, again, people need to use their words more accurately if they're upset about what Jake is doing. All you have to do if you're upset with the way Jake is moving in his career is say, what some people do say, which is, we like to see Jake challenge himself. We don't want to see these exhibitions, these fights that don't make sense for what you said you want to do or what you purport to want to be in the sport of boxing, which is a world champion. We want to see you fight active fighters around your skill level. That's it. But you can't go on there and go, oh, look, another rigged fight. Oh, look, another fake fight. Oh, look, he's staging another one, right? That's the thing that's, again, false. So that I get it. I get why they're upset, but I also get why people categorize it the way they do. You just got to be better with your words. That's it.
And not many of the fights are legitimate fights, but not being fixed. Hey, you hit me here and I hit you there.
Yeah, I mean Dana, that's insane. You like?
I agree.
Like let's choreograph.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if people are fucking saying stupid shit? People say dumb shit about me, my business, all the time.
True.
Former champion Sean Porter came to Gervonta Davis's defense, framing his exhibition with Jake Paul as a smart move rather than a sellout. He argued that critics overlooked the bigger picture. This isn't about proving supremacy in the ring, but about securing Davis's financial future. With agreed rules and safeguards, the risks are limited, and the true purpose is entertainment. Porter stressed that fighters have short windows to earn, and opportunities that blend exposure with major paydays shouldn't be dismissed. From his view, Davis isn't betraying boxing tradition. He's ensuring stability for himself and his family, while still giving fans an event to enjoy. His stance underscores the tension between purists who prize legacy and fighters who must also plan for life after the spotlight.
They're trying to make it safer and, all those sorts of things, but there's still this pureness to boxing that really doesn't exist in sports anymore, but it's still there with boxing. I think that's why people have such a problem with this kind of move from Tank Davis.
Is it more the heart? How do you guys feel being boxers?
Man, like once you hear the numbers, I'm like, they're talking, like I don't know the official one. They're talking about like 100 mil.
Oh damn.
Like, they're talking about these insane numbers. Like I'm gonna be like, don't take that. I'm not gonna tell another man not to take that type of check, especially for something like that. It's not on your official record. It's an exhibition. I'm not gonna lie here and act like I'm not gonna say yes to 100 million or something like that. But I do see exactly what you're saying about the essence of boxing. I wish they would kind of separate a little more because exhibitions have always been a thing. There's always been an argument.
Right.
But they're just selling it like a real fight almost.
Right.
So I think that maybe if we could create a better like distinction, more of a difference,
right,
there might be less hate on it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to tell Tank not to take that fight.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.
That wraps up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you next time.